Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Rockwell. I'm a librarian at the Central Library in Buffalo, and I'm here today to present a special video titled Finding Your Customers with DataAxel Reference Solution. If you're starting a business, or even if you have a business, you certainly want to know where your customers are and who your customers might be. DataAxel Reference Solutions, you'll be able to run a search on different demographic terms and find lists of people in your area who might be prospective customers of yours. And you can access that on the library website, either by going into the library or by accessing the library at home. And I'm going to go through a brief video here with you to show you how to do that. So first thing you want to do is go to our library website, which is www.buffalolib.org. And this is the home screen you'll come to. Now, if you're planning on accessing this database at home, you're going to need a library card. If you don't have a library card, it's very easy to access. You can select the button on top of our screen here to get a library card. And you have a number of options you can choose. If you're an adult, you can select that, and and it'll open up to a library card application. Or you can even apply online just by hitting this button, and you can get a library card this way as well. If you have a library card and you're all set to go, we're just going to select Research and Resources. And then Business Resources. And then Small Business. And if we scroll down our page a little bit, you will find Reference Solutions, formerly Reference USA Business. We're going to select that. You'll notice once you select this that there are a number of reference solutions that are listed together because there's a number of sections of that database. There's a business section, Canadian businesses, Canadian residential, consumer lifestyles, healthcare, historical businesses, jobs and internships, new business, new movers, homeowners, and residential. For today's presentation, we're just going to focus on consumers' lifestyles. So we'll select on that. Okay, and it just prompted me to log in with my library card. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, and this is the page it will bring us to. It's the main Reference Solutions page. And as you'll see, there's another list here of all the different subsections we can go to on this website. But like I mentioned before, we're going to go to US Consumers Lifestyles. All right, and we have options here on how we want to search. We could search just one individual person. I've searched myself before, and it's quite interesting, the information you can find. I'll show you a sample later on in this presentation. But if we want more of a general search, we're going to go to the advanced search option. So we'll select that tab. And it opens up a wide array of areas we can search. And so let's say your business is in a certain city and you want to search for lifestyle. So that's what we're going to do here. Now, under the geography tab, we can search city, but if you wanted to go broader or more narrow, you could search for a county, you could search for a metro area, just a zip code search. But we're gonna go with the city. And once that we select that, this screen pops up, and we can either search, just narrow it by state and city, or we can type it in. So I'm just going to type Buffalo. And it gives us a selection of all the different Buffaloes. Of course, I'm going to be searching for Buffalo, New York. Right. I just accidentally erased it, but that gives you a good example of if you select too many, you just tap it and eliminate one of the cities. And now we're going to go down here with lifestyles. So we can search by an age, marital status, ethnicity. We'll get there in just a second. Once we select lifestyles, a number of things will come up. So let's say you're running a bookstore and you're looking for people who are interested in books in Buffalo, New York. So we'll hit this little, we're looking for people who like books. So in particular, we're looking for book buyers and magazine subscribers, let's say that. And we can go very broad or very narrow with this search. But let's say we run a store that's like a pet store and you sell books as well. Well, let's say you want to know who the people are that have dogs and are magazine subscribers and like to buy books. So once we select that, we're going to hit the button up in the corner that says update count. And that's very broad. It gives us a huge selection of people to choose from, 83,000. So let's narrow it a little bit more. We're going to take out magazine subscribers. It brought it down a bit. All right, and then we just select our view results button. And we literally get a selection of people, addresses, and phone numbers. They can provide you with email addresses as well, but that comes at an extra cost and you'd have to work directly with DataAxel for that. But now what can we do with this data even further? Well, you could certainly print it out. You could download the list in you could select the people you wanted to. So let's say we just wanted the first, let's say we want this whole page. We can hit the download button. And we can download it to an Excel spreadsheet. And we can also choose to either download the records or email the records to yourself. And we could also do a custom field as well. Let's say we just wanted to include their first name, last name. We don't care about the middle initial. We don't care about the direction of the street. Post direction. And perhaps we're not interested in the house number either. You can select to download the records. And what we get is an Excel spreadsheet with all the information here, with all the information, first name, house number, street. Let's take a look at what else we can do with this information as well. We can look at charts and we can look at heat maps. So let's try charts first. Well, what can we do with charts? Well, we can see like who that group is income-wise. And we can see of that zip code, who falls into what income category, which, perhaps your business caters to people who make over $100,000 a year. Well, you can narrow that list down just by selecting those people, and then that updates your that updates your list to just those people. Let's go to details. Hang on. Let's go to summary. And we can also do some interesting things here as well. Perhaps we want to look at, we want to compare two factors, for instance. Let's say we want to look at people who are homeowners and break it down by age. And then we hit the show summary button. And we get some interesting charts. We can see, you know, age compared to whether they're homeowners or not. Say we want to compare whether you're a homeowner and they have a mortgage. We can also, instead of looking at charts, we can look at a table, for instance. So let's say we wanted to look at someone's income and how many years they lived in their home. And we can see here the length and residence. So people who earned $100,000 a year, 26 lived in the record, who lived in their house for 26 years. There's 318 that fit that category. Another thing we can do in summary is to create a matrix. So we're going to compare, say, gender and marital status. So we have a simple table of the people we were looking at. There are about 2,600 that are married and about 500 that are single. And, you know, this could be interesting if, you know, you had a business that was tailored towards married people. You could certainly sort them out of the group. Or conversely, if your business is focused on single people, you could just focus on them as well. Let's go back to our search. And we could also come up with a heat map. This could be interesting if you're looking for a certain factor. Well, let's say we want to look at home income of these people. And lower income is going to be in the green, higher income is going to be red. So we can see where the higher income people live. And it looks highly concentrated in certain areas here. You can see where the lower income people live as well. And you can plan that for your business as well. So if you're catering to a higher income group of customers, you probably don't want to open your business in this area. Conversely, if you're catering towards lower income, this might not be the best place for you to open your business. Of course, you can narrow it down by zip code as well. Let's try. And so we can go in even closer. I use zip code 14220, and we can see that there are a lot of people that categorize in the lower income here. Red spots are higher income. So it's a really cool tool. Let's try another. There you go. We can zoom in and out a bit more, but it gives you a good idea of where people are income-wise in this search. Now, you might want to ask, what other information can we find out about people? So I'm just going to select a random person here. And what it gives us is their address, phone number, and more information on what the estimated home value of the person might be, how many people in that community might own a home. And it also gives us all this information on things that this person is interested in. And how they get this information, you might ask. Well, whenever somebody subscribes to a magazine or you give out your phone number or address for things, you end up as a prospective customer on this list. So for instance, this person might have been, subscribed to a collectibles magazine. Well, it shows up in the database as somebody interested in collectibles. Perhaps they went to a pet store and collected their address. Maybe they traveled someplace. So it gives you all this information, and you can find out, you can narrow this down to each and every individual person if you wanted to. But that's gives you an idea of how and why somebody might show up on this search. So as you can see, there are a lot of great things you can do on this website, and we certainly hope that you utilize it. If you'd like more information on this or want to know how to get started, we can certainly set up a book a librarian appointment. You can do that by calling us at 858-8900 or checking out our website at buffalolib.org. And let's see, I can actually show you. If you go to our homepage and scroll to the bottom, and you look for Contact Us. And select Book a Librarian. And then all you have to do is fill in your information and somebody will contact you, and just check small business information, type in what you're looking for, and you could write in searching with DataAxel or something similar and hit submit. And somebody will contact you within a couple days, and we'd be glad to sit down and help you use this very useful database. Well, thank you for joining us today, and I hope you utilize our resources, and we hope you have a great day.